welcome to the show. We're off to a bottom of the table clash in National 1 and Luctonians versus Tynedale later, but we start off with a crucial Nat 2 South clash at Dry Leas. Henley Hawks have found their wings and are starting to fly again, going unbeaten in their last 3. But Redruth are strong opponents, going unbeaten on the road in 7 games this season. Big physical hits from these very powerful packs. It pops out to the back with Marcus Lowe. Has it. He looks for another push from the pack. There's 5 on that left side, but it'll go out to Ruben Norville. They'll rely on his pace. He could get round him and he'll get the pass out to the right where the centre. Alex Harms is waiting. A second appearance of the season and a first try for him. Alex Harms is 2022 is getting better and better.
The blindside movement from the open side to the blind side of Monty at 10 held the defence and we're just looking to use Ruben's pace, and he's interested to the outside defenders and being able to put Alex away.
There's Parsons. He's moved it really quickly, but again it goes behind him, and here's a chance for the counter attack, and this is the scorer, Alex Harms. He's looking for a brace, and he'll surely get it now. A brace within a few minutes. One coming from Ruben Norville, the other one a gift from Redruth as they tried to turn up the speed. But the wheels just came off their attack, and Richard Brown at the back. It is Hatton and Pascoe turning them and keeping them charging towards the 5. They're starting to churn over it. Coming in now is Patterson, the backs, the centres. Parsons getting involved too, gives them a little bit of an extra push. That might get them over, and it does.
It's tough. Once you start getting a little bit of go forward, it's tough to stop that legally. They got their heads in, Henley got their heads in. It slowed it down when the backs came in, added a few more stone to that maul. It was enough to push over.
Getting that early nudge. Redruth, Brown charging from the back. Pascoe pushing them forward as well. Now the centres get involved again. Redruth looking to strike last as they come into the break, and they do. Redruth have been pushing ever so hard. But Richard Brown crucially getting his second of the game. Redruth's rout of pressure brings that reward.
Pace of the game is gone, so these big old forwards are able to walk from scrum to line to penalty, etc. So that's what the message will be from the Henley coaching staff, is get that energy back into the game.
Redruth have certainly maintained that momentum in the opening stages of this first half. Parsons taking the contact. Alton has supporting runners. One of them's Hatton. He's driving and he's going to score. Redruth, for the first time in this game, are ahead. And it's the second row who's cracked the code of breaking that Henley defence. And they've completed the turnaround. But the hooker slipped past on the inside. He's got a lot of support. This could be enough to get him over. The penalty is still coming in. It's going to be the penalty try, which will draw Henley level. Redruth and Henley both had their moments, but the fog brought a blurriness to the evening now, and amidst all that perhaps victory was lost for both of these sides, but they get a share of the points. Good day for yourself. Got a brace in the first half. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, no, I was fortunate with where the ball was landing. I think I was fortunate to get 2 tries, right place, right time. Yeah, I think we were going to challenge them with our backs, because I think we've got some definitely some talented backs. So we were going to challenge them out wide and see if we could take them one-on-one. I think at times we definitely did, but yeah, I think towards the end we were just unfortunate.
Definitely. A couple of games in now for Henley. How are you finding things here?
Yeah, really enjoying it. Hopefully there's more to come.
Definitely. And of course Henley right up there in that Nat 2 South battle. What are you finding about playing National League rugby at the moment?
Yeah, I think the physicality is really good, and enjoying just trying to get as many touches on the ball as I can, trying to beat players and just like making the most of it when I get on the pitch.
In National 1, Bishop Stortford and Leeds Tykes were looking for fresh starts at Silver Leas.
When these sides met at the Sycamores in September, it was Bishop Stortford who got the scoring going. And it was the hosts who had the better first quarter, rewarded after 18 minutes as Alex Raymond seared through the Leeds Tykes line to give Will Roberts the score. George Cullen's day went from good to bad in minutes, from converting the try to receiving a sin bin. It only seemed to spur Stortford on, coming within inches of a score for Josh Stannard. A stalemate followed the restart before this error set Leeds Tykes on the charge, eventually pushing Cole Potts over. Phil Davis's side may have been hoping a double was on, but risk was the name of the game. Stortford tapping penalties twice for Stannard to score.
Let's start our National 1 roundup in the top half with two heavyweights clashing at Dockham Road.
Cinderford were in an unusually giving mood. The Foresters, despite dominating possession, allowed Chinner 3 first-half tries, including Ollie Curry ending this counter-attack. But Paul Morris boys found their aggression after the break, coming within 2 points after Clive Stewart-Smith finished a trademark maul on 72 minutes. Unlike the reverse fixture last September, it would be Chinner striking late for the spoils, Kieran Goss gifting Nick Smith the winner. In the capital, Rosslyn Park went into cruise control with 10 tries against Taunton Titans. Brandon Jackson running the show to help give Benji Marfo a brace. It's the biggest tally in a single match for the third tier this season, while the visitors took 3 tries home, including a 12th of the season for Charlie Wright. Similar feats were achieved in the northwest as Sale FC ran in their own 10-try haul, including a hat-trick for Andrew Hughes. Their victims were bottom-side Tunbridge Juddians, without a win since November, as Duncan Tout grabbed their only score of the day. At Old Bath Road, it was the Connor Hayhow show. Rams casting aside a first-half sending off to dominate Plymouth Albion as the centre grabbed a hat-trick. The visitors did enjoy a late rally thanks to Henry Clement, but the work had already been done by Seb Reynolds' side for back-to-back wins. And a cracker at Billesley Common. Caldy only needed 2 minutes to stun the hosts as Adam Egbokhe crossed from a stolen line-up. Birmingham Moseley settled in through Elliot Bale's boot and stole the lead after the restart as Tom Benjamin finished this brilliant move. But they would be haunted by former loanee Sam Dickinson, the 36-year-old charging through with the winning try in the last 10 minutes and give Caldy something very big to cheer. 46 tries from 6 games. What a treat. Darlington Modern Park versus Blackheath was postponed due to a frozen pitch at the Northern Echo Arena. Changes in the top 4 see Caldy and Sale overtake Cinderford, while Rams and Chinner climb. Bishop Stortford's win also propels them up the table by 3 places.
At Mortimer Park, Luctonians and Tynedale met, looking for their first Nat 2 North wins of the new year.
Good win today here at Mortimer Park for Luctonians, 32-14 over Tynedale. Tynedale, very competitive side, made the boys work really hard for it, but Lux opened out a 24-0 lead in the first half, built on the back of really strong scrummaging and line-out work. The half-backs putting the boys into position really well. Tynedale, to their credit, scored at the end of the half and the same in the second half as well to make a game of it, but Lux scored to get the bonus point on the hour mark, and yeah, sent the home supporters home happy. Decent 80-minute performance, and the boys go to Loughborough Students next week.
Here's the rest of the National 2 North action, starting with the Battle of the Bottom at Crowtrees.
Last September, Blaydon opened the scoring against Harrogate, but had to settle with drawing level after Dan Marshall found the line. That was as good as it got for the hosts, though, as the visitors took 5 tries on the journey home. Kit Keith putting the cherry on top of the cake. At Brantingham Park, Loughborough Students looked on for victory through Rhys Malone's boot and Will Sanders' try. It was déjà vu in a very good way for Hull Ionians. Nathan Hill grabbing a brace to set up last week's draw hero Lewis Minikin with a kick for victory. Climbing up the table, Stourbridge bounced back to their high-scoring selves after just 8 minutes against Chester through Toby Wilson, or having already seen 2 tries ruled out. Such was Stourbridge's dominance that the bonus point was won before the break, Afeafa Haisila grabbing the pick of the bunch thanks to Hal Riley's burst. Another team putting on a show were Fylde, who put 6 tries on the board at Woodlands as Tom Grimes scored a 17th of the season after the break. Huddersfield had their moments in the game, but let errors gift their opponents a comfortable win. Ross Thornton score a consolation. Life in National 2 North is only getting better for leaders Hull, now unbeaten in 7 games as their pack powered to a bonus point win, Mike Jobling scoring here. Sheffield Tigers found themselves second best across the park, but bettered September's trip to the Ferens ground while getting points on the board through Rob Davidson and Mark Ireland. From Dormoor to Park Lane, and a huge upset was close when Wharfdale's Tom Davidson kicked his side 3 points ahead with 4 minutes to go. But Sedgley Park, already 3 tries to the good, turned to National 2 North's top scorer Matt Gallagher to secure a brace for all the points to keep pressure on the top few. And fans at Avery Fields were certainly not disappointed. Rotherham Titans surged ahead through Theo Nwosu Hope to score. But Bourneville, who only lost by 2 points at Clifton Lane, rallied brilliantly as Rikiti Marcy found space out wide, keeping the Chocos unbeaten in 2022. 3 teams failed to record doubles over their opponents. You can't call this league. To read about all the tries scored in National League Rugby, grab a copy of the rugby paper. Rotherham dropped down by 2 places in the only change to the top half. Luctonians and Bourneville turned the screw.
Let's finish in National 2 South, and could Barnes get another scalp against the top 4 side?
But it was not to be against the league leaders Clifton, whose 8-try rout in the capital started with Luke Cousins setting up Harry Ashell after just 3 minutes. Barnes were 21 points down at half-time, but kept the visitors to only 3 more scores after that, Peter Wakeman helping them add 2 of their own. Nearly 200 miles away, Esher kept up the pressure by securing a bonus point win of their own, starting with a wonderful flowing move by Finley McBrearty. Barnstable have now won their last 14 games in a row, but Will Tops made sure there was something for the fans to cheer in the last move of the game. Over in Kent, Canterbury looked on for another upset against Worthing Raiders when Tom Williams' score helped them go into the break level. Jerome Runner had other ideas as the winger secured a hat-trick and put his side back on the rise with 3 consecutive wins. Westcliff held hopes of a first win this season when they went 12-0 up after 15 minutes, Jack Hogarth running clean through. But Leicester Lions found their bite after that point, smashing 7 tries past the bottom side, which including this ghosting move from Ben Young. A tug of war unfolded on the island as Dings Crusaders' Lewis Beer helped draw his side level after half an hour. But the Bristol-based side would come away with disappointment again, missing out on any bonus points as Callum Roberts powered over at the death for Guernsey's first win since mid-November. At the Rugby Park, Rochford 100 looked on to start their 2022 with a win as a penalty try and Chris Dubman penalty put them ahead at the break. Bury St Edmunds saved the best for last though, and Levi Roper put them on the path to victory for a double over the promoted side. At 50 miles west, Old Albanian looked set for to hold off a resurgent Hinkley as their scoring bonus was won by Alex Newt with 5 minutes to go. But the visitors' backs were not finished. Scrum half Sam Poynton sitting down before full-back Rory Vowles kicked the last gasp conversion for wild celebrations. 28 of the 59 Nat 2 South tries scored came in the second half of games, well worth battling the cold conditions. Wins for Worthing and Old Albanian send them up the table while Guernsey are back on the up. Bury St Edmunds are up a place as the bottom 4 took 1 bonus point between them.
And just before we go, here are some things you may have missed from round 17. Bourneville and Rotherham Titans fans saw the first try at Avery Fields after just 16 seconds. Rakita Marzi was in the right place at the right time for the fastest try of the season. We'll get the statos on its place in National League Rugby history. And National 2 South was represented by the Red Roses. Worthing Raiders had 3 players in Cassius Cleves, Will Hobson and Brian Bradley representing England under-20s in a friendly against Oxford University. Here's hoping the Harlequins' dual-registered players will be in the Six Nations. And round 17's Player of the Week goes to Stourbridge as the forwards and backs worked in harmony to see Michael Heaney over in the corner during their win against Chester. That's it from Henley, where another enthralling rugby story has been written. Where will the next yarn be woven? Join us next week to find out.